If this is what they think we're worth, like how hard it was to get there as a driver, just to see those numbers, that's a slap in the face, man. Slap in the face.
Yeah. UPS drivers are furious that UPS is now offering them buyouts. This is after just 2 years of UPS and the Teamsters negotiating their new contract, which gave them an additional $7.25 per hour over the next 5 years of that contract. But what's very scary about this is that this is just UPS. There are and have been many other union negotiations that have gone on over the past several years. So this buyout offer may be the first of many for millions of Americans. But I want to show you something, because this is what I warned you about from the beginning. Everybody was saying that the unions are fighting for more money. This is great. This means people are going to get paid more. And they will initially. But if the company cannot stay profitable, they are going to go after the employees first. We see this all the time. Let me play this clip for you really quick.
Union leaders are criticizing UPS for offering buyouts to full-time drivers. The offers come a few months after UPS said it would cut about 20,000 jobs this year. UPS says it's delivering fewer packages for its biggest customer, Amazon, because those packages are not profitable. This is the first.
One thing I just want to say is that we have seen this time and time again, where a company is not profitable. They're not making money. So what do? They try to raise prices. Guess what? The American people don't want to pay more to ship a product. They don't want to. And when their biggest biggest company that they use, Amazon. Well, for one, Amazon's not shipping as many products. But the other thing, Amazon is also using their own shipments, okay, their own courier. So why do they need UPS? This is why some UPS facilities are shutting down. But look at this right here, because again, UPS drivers are furious about this offer.
Well, it's happened. They talked about the UPS buyout today, which honestly is a joke. Anybody that takes it is out of their mind. I feel like if you're about to retire or something like that, it might be worth it, but they're offering us $1,800 per year that you've worked, which is nuts. I've been with UPS for 10 years. Like, that's a slap in the face for everything that we've worked for. So do not fall for that. If you are a driver, don't take it, don't do it. It's ridiculous. You are worth so much more than that. Know your worth.
Yeah. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask, well, what exactly does the offer look like? They're only giving them $1,800? Well, not exactly. Let me read this to you. It says, the hard work and dedication of UPSers like you has shaped our company to be an industry leader as we deliver what matters. Thank you for all you've contributed to UPS. For the first time in over 100 years, we are offering full-time U.S. drivers the opportunity to receive a generous financial package by voluntarily leaving UPS. Through this program, we will make a meaningful investment in you, your family, and the plans you have for the future. The UPS Driver Voluntary Severance Plan, the DVSP, provides $1,800 per year of service at UPS, with a $10,000 minimum to voluntarily leave UPS. For example, if you have 27 years of service, it's 27 times 1,800 means you would get $48,600 before taxes. Yes, they're still going to tax you on that $1,800. But if you only have 5 years of service, it says 5 years times 1,800 is $9,000, meaning, okay, that the minimum amount is $10,000. You're $1,000 short, which means you did not qualify. It says right here, this investment is in addition to any retirement benefits you have previously earned. If you are interested in this voluntary option, you must apply through the DVSP portal, which opens on July 18th, 2025 at 11 a.m. local time. Your DVSP portal will close on July 31st, meaning you have about 2 weeks. Okay, it's about 13 days that you have to consider this offer and to either accept it or just let it go. Now, here's the reason why this is so concerning. Number one, that when any company is trying to do buyouts, we've seen it from the federal government, the Trump administration did this, okay, gave people pretty much free money. They gave them all their pay plus all their benefits all the way until September 31st. Okay, that's what they received. And hundreds of thousands of people, okay, did this. Now, I want to play this clip for you, okay? Because in this clip, this guy's going to really explain why this is happening. But keep in mind, this is only UPS. What about FedEx? What about the airlines? What about, all the port workers, right? The auto industry? What about all these other union employees? Once they see this, are some of these other companies going to do the same thing and provide a buyout opportunity? Just look at this right here.
Yes, I've had some folks ask me, yo, Teamster Teacher, what's your thoughts on these UPS buyouts? One must first remind themselves of two things. One, what is the point of a business? That answer is profit. That's the number one interest. Everybody knows that. It's no secret. The second thing, what's the best and quickest way to do that? We talked about that before. It's called workforce manipulation. So they do that in two ways to manipulate the workforce. You can thin the workforce by trying to get rid of people, or speed the workforce up, make them go faster. So I think a better question is, what is the interest of the company to propose this buyout? And if you just paid attention to the first half of the video, I think you might guess my answer is that the interest of them is to minimize the workforce by way of buyouts, by not consulting the union in order to thin that said workforce.
One of the things that he's talking about right here is the company can go to the union and they can try to figure out where can they make adjustments. Instead of getting rid of all these people, how can they manipulate their workforce? How can they find cracks and how can they improve on themselves, but at the same time without getting rid of all these people? Just keep listening though.
To generate more profit, moving higher paid guys out and lower paid guys in.
That's a big one right there. By doing this buyout, especially they're not going after every single person. Again, I'll show you this, okay? This is the actual letter right here. The reason why this is so big is because if you haven't been there for 6 years, 5 years is not enough. If you haven't been there for 6 years, then that means you actually don't qualify for this. Well, people that have only been there for 6 years or less, the issue that you're going to have and face is, number one, your wages are probably not as high as people that have been there for 20 or 30 years. Number two, your benefits package may differ. That's a huge one. And so if you have a different benefits package, then maybe they want to keep you and get rid of all the other people that have been there for 20 plus years, because those people are costing UPS even more money. Let's keep listening though.
I also think that other than minimizing the workforce, there's another reason here. It's a little bit more coded and probably less direct, but dividing the workforce. Have you noticed all the infighting that's already taken place when we need to be redirecting that focus onto the company and their motives? That's more important to me. My question to you guys is, do you think the company is doing this out of the goodness of their hearts, or is there a profit motive here for them?
Yeah. Companies aren't just going to go, especially at this time, they're not making, money hand over fist. This isn't like it was during the pandemic. But all the negotiations that happened were going on during the pandemic, meaning that all these unions were saying, well, you're making X amount of billions of dollars. Give that money to the workers that are doing the work to get you this profit. Well, guess what? That's not going to happen. That's not going to fly, especially moving forward. We've seen this time and time again, where businesses say, yeah, we're going to give you a profit sharing. We're going to do this. We're going to provide additional benefits. But they don't do it for 5, 10, 20 plus years. Not year after year after year. It's okay, we did really well this year, so we're going to give you a company-wide bonus. Here you go. And they give you a check, or they give you, some type of, card, like a, Visa card or a gift card, or they have some type of other, incentive for you. But again, with the union and their negotiation, it was guaranteed, this is how much you're getting, this is how it's going to be structured, this is when it's going to kick in, and that right there is likely what is causing UPS to kind of backtrack. And instead of just getting rid of these workers, potentially giving them the buyout. So again, we're going to see what happens as we kind of, approach this deadline of July 31st. But one thing that I personally am concerned with is UPS is just one company. What happens when all the other companies realize that, oh, this worked for UPS, this worked for the federal government, maybe, just maybe, we should do this as well.